Hello. Sammy, Carter, good to see you both. I forgot to actually get my music going, so I'm going to do that now. Definitely a professional stream. This is going to be an interesting one because VR headset. Carter, next week, it's possible that there'll be one. I don't want to say 100%. I don't want to say anything with complete, you know, complete confidence and guarantee, but the possibility remains, out there. Make it so. I will. I will. What I would like to have been so already is Simrail's VR endeavors. They actually went as far as during a during an event they went to. They showed off like their progress with VR. Apparently, it was looking good. So I mean, who knows, man? Hopefully, in not too long in the future, during maybe they can work their magic. I'm going to just sort out my YouTube stuff. I look, I belong in Cyberpunk. Just wait till I got these bad boys on, mate. You just wait. I've also turned up the microphone a little bit. I hope it's not like too bad because realistically, I'm probably going to be looking around like this and I'm still going to want it to sound relatively decent. So hopefully that just works. Um, we will see. We will see. I was messing around in American Truck Sim earlier in VR. And so far, with my testing of VR on here on TSW, it's actually going fairly well. There are some very minor issues that I would like to iron out if I can. That I'd like to. It's kind of that half the purpose of the stream, right? And if I can, then this could just be like a VR stream. Otherwise, if I can't get those little issues and niggles sorted, then it will just be a normal one. What I also hope as well is, regardless of how it goes for me, that it's not a a bad experience for you guys in terms of like, hopefully it doesn't make you feel sick, or hopefully it's just not bad, basically. Sounds good on your end, as it should. I Yeah, see, this is the thing with having 300 mods. I was driving the 465 for my testing on Southeastern High Speed, and it starts off okay, and then there are some weirdnesses here and there, and then you get going a little bit quicker, and then it just gets really weird. And I thought, is this the VR doing it? But then I realized no, it's probably the sound mod. I do have a sound mod for it, which actually is, when it works, or at least when it used to work, or even as it is now, like the good parts of it are really good. When you actually get to hear the actual audio, it's really, really, really good. It's just an unfortunate thing whereby um it was a mod made for TSW like 3 or something, and literally 2 or 3 actually. I'm pretty sure it was 3 though. Like after the it was refreshed. The route was refreshed, and the 465 was part of it. That was when the mod, I think, came about. There's something I'm looking for here, and I forgot. There it is. So it's been around for quite a while. The game's obviously had some changes made to it here and there, and at some point, unfortunately, I think something's messed with it. Hot and spicy food day. Are you joking me? Hot and spicy food day is every day. What do you mean hot and spicy food day? So what, today people just go crazy basically with spice. My gamer was like, ask if zero mods arsey. You know what? I was saying this yesterday. I was like, I do have 300 plus mods. And in a game where where anyone is running 300 plus mods, anytime you run into issues, it should be the mods, right? Because it's a lot of work to run 300 and make sure everything's working nice and well with with one another in terms of compatibility. Nothing's outdated, etc., etc., etc. All of that good stuff. But when it comes to TSW, hey, it could be the mods, or it could be the game equally, and you just don't know. And I find that kind of crazy. Um, anyway, I'm gonna try and move my microphone to a good position. These bad boys are now gonna go on. Another real cyberpunk look is going to activate. I've got you guys over here. You'll see once like the VR thing takes place. So I can see chat. I've got chat pinned, nice and lovely in the little corner. And all I gotta do is go to. Got a lot going on. Go to UEVR. Train Sim Mod 6 is selected, so I'm gonna inject that. And here's the magic. Damn it, I forgot. I should have reset my view actually. Hopefully I can still do that with my controller. There you are. Please just work without crashing. This could just crash the game. Okay, we're good. Nice. Right, so what do you guys see now? Okay, you still see it in 2D, no problem. It will get 3D once we're actually in a train. So, I mean, there are a ton of options here. Now, which ones are relative to the little issues I was having? I actually don't know. There was some ghosting, and ghosting fix, unfortunately, doesn't seem to actually fix the ghosting. Also, I want this to be a native stereo, but every time I do that, it crashes. Okay, we're good. Ross good, hello. I actually found Quest Mic not so bad for streaming. Interesting. The issue with that, Ross good, for me... maybe I can use the same method I transfer the audio from this PC to the streaming PC and mess around with that there. But the thing is, I've got a different streaming PC, so this is all taking place on my gaming PC. So you wouldn't be able to hear my mic. Basically, I'd have to use a program to take my microphone audio from this PC to the streaming one. Right, so native stereo, thankfully that's not crashed. I always change that while driving, so maybe that was my fault. Ghosting fix, I'm not going to tick it for now. I'm going to wait and, you know what, no, I'm going to tick it. Depth scale, word scale are perfect as they are. Camera, I don't think I need to do anything with this. Keybinds, all I really need is, not going to mess around with advanced options either, is the insert key, which closes and opens the menu. Cool, I now can't see my mouse. I'm going to use my gamepad to navigate the menus. And let's load onto... Wrong route. Oh my god, I was so confused. It's a mod for Birmingham, the Birmingham route. And for a hot second, I was completely thrown off. Right, so this is the modded timetable. Gonna make it nice and simple. Let's say in a Voyager. Let's take a Voyager and use that as our first sort of test. Do a 7:58 a.m. service from Bristol Temple Meads to Manchester Piccadilly. We'll only be taking it from Bromsgrove to Birmingham New Street. No need to mess with the weather. We've got dynamic weather on. So Ross good, I have played Derail Valley, both in VR and not. I had fun with it, but I just don't think it's the game for me. There was nothing in particular that I disliked. I just didn't... Yeah, it just wasn't for me, basically. Oh, Hank, you're here. It's not me being live again, boss. It's you being around. I'm always live. Right. So, I'm getting some visual glitches that are now... Oh, they come and go. I'm sat too far... I'm sat too far back. Now, I don't think the zoom thing has an effect. Ah, I see, I see, I see. You know what, Hank? Listen, bro, I'll take it. I'll take it. Right, it's gonna be a bit trippy, but turn master key on. Oh, first and foremost, where's my safety systems at? Oh boy. Try and do it from here, right. I'm happy that the target thing, the crosshair, it actually, like, wherever I put my crosshair on, I can adjust. Now, I know that sounds very basic, but previously, the crosshair was like some centimeters off, and I'd always have to like actually work a little bit to try and figure out um, where I'm meant to be clicking. Basically, it was weird. God damn it, we crashed. Okay, test one. I guess completed. Can I say that? Is it completed? I don't know. Ah, for you guys, it was default seating. Okay, well, even when I looked down at the chair, it looked fine. I can tell you, I was very far away from. Not. It wasn't like stupidly far away, but it was far away enough. Right. Let's go back in. Trying to figure out. I think it's just a camera position. I think I can just use, and hopefully it won't make it worse for you guys if it was fine before. But I think I can use that menu that we had at the beginning, and adjust my camera position from there. That should be cool. The seating position looked normal. Okay. So for me, I was sat a bit too far back. However, if for whatever reason I can't mess around with that, then I think I can live with that if I just leave it alone. Now, that crash was interesting, and it could be. I'm going to go back to my test bed. I need to figure out that the thing is working fine by default. Or as a matter of fact, I'm not going to go into VR. I'm going to load that service, sort out the train, give it maybe 5 minutes, sort out the train, get going, because it could be that the route itself crashed. It could be that the timetable crashed. It could be that the train caused the crash. So I just want to rule out VR, because I don't think VR had anything to do with that. The VR crashes occur when I change the settings like on the fly, but usually when everything is dialed in, it's usually not a problem. Could you guys see when this? So when I mentioned visual glitches, for me the sky, there was like some lines forming horizontally on the sky, in the sky. Could you guys see that, or was that just in my headset? You saw that? Okay, cool. This is where I need Holy Chocolate to come in and just like manage me, basically. Sorry, I'm making a quick trade. I need to sell when it's climbing, and I'm waiting for it to peak. Is it going to climb any further? Do I wait for a new candle? Yes, climb further. And I will do my thing. New candle opened, double sell, and do my stop loss. And you only your stop loss. Perfect. Right, cool. Let's get into it. Yeah, let me go to my test bed, which was, like I said, Southeastern High Speed. That I know works in VR fine. Was my insert button there? Yeah. It was basically it was like the same color as a sky, which was a beautiful color, by the way. I also do consider going for open VR, which I think would open. Excuse me, which I think would open Steam VR, which you know what? Let me give that a go. Excuse me. Although, this was a nightmare to actually do. Okay, I think I should have opened Steam VR already. Oh god, it's vibrating inside my headset horribly. Okay, I think I need to actually open Steam VR. It's open. It's active. It's ready. Okay, don't display VR view. I'd rather you didn't do that. Right. Attempt to reinitialize. That looks like it's done something. I don't know where my Steam VR world is. Now playing TSW. So can you display TSW for me, please? It's just shaking so much in my head. Oh wait, I just realized. I'm not actually in I'm not like in a train yet. Okay, so hold on. So it could sort itself out. Oh my god, it's quite loud. Right, let me go to my test spot. And my test service. Steam VR works. It's odd. It's odd, right? So I'm not actually in VR. So this is the thing. I can it's like I'm watching. I'm watching a monitor basically through my headset. Where's Steam? Did I not open Steam library? Right. So you're running, but you're not actually running Steam VR. That's the thing. You just stop you right there, which should also. Yes, I thought as much. Crash the game. Oh my god, this is. I don't know why it's shaking so much. It's really bad. Why are you there? You can stay there. Right. So. Okay. Just needed a little jig. Right. So if I launch Steam VR by itself. I'm now in the Steam VR world. You can't really see anything, but take my word for it. This is the thing as well. Hopefully, when I do get into the game, it will show it on the screen. Right. So now that I've got Steam VR open, on here, let's go to TSW. Play. So now what I'm expecting, I can actually see the game, is because I'm now in the Steam VR environment, it's going crazy again. It's completely glitching out. I probably think it may be down to the loading. Okay, it's fixed itself. Yeah, now that I'm in Steam VR environment, I'll load into the game, then inject it. Hopefully that's That's the method. Otherwise, I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time. I'll probably just continue testing off stream. And then once I feel like I've got it down, go from there. This has sort of woke me up a little bit though to the fact that if I do want to do VR, I mean it says that's completely like fine and it plays games completely fine. But I can only push it in terms of resolution so much before it starts struggling. Where really it's not the headset struggling, it's the PC itself that's struggling. And for normal gaming, I've always said that I don't need to upgrade at all. Like I play in 4K, I can max out almost every single game that I would usually play. But if I wanted to go to VR properly and have like a good VR experience, because you can have a VR headset and be in the game world, quote unquote, but also not really be immersed because of how low quality everything looks. And you look at the top dogs when it comes to VR headsets, like the Pimax, there's a Pimax Crystal, there's a Pimax Superlight, I think. You got Big Screen Beyond. These are like quality headsets. And to run them at their full potential, you need a bad boy machine. What's good, Jackson? I'm chilling, my man. I didn't think that you'd have internet connection from your location. The location you posted yesterday. Glad to see you're still alive and haven't been devoured by a bear. Right. So I'm in the game now. But I've just got a black screen in here. Okay. Let me actually leave that. Go straight to the injector. Inject. Oh, did it even inject it as open VR? I didn't even check. Right. Right. Things are happening in here. Okay. It's worked. Okay. I'm in. We good. I am just going to leave this as it is. Close it for now. So you guys are seeing the game as normal. No problem. So now if I come here. The last time I haven't spent too much time with OpenVR specifically. But the last time I did jump on it. I was messing around with the resolution of the headset via Steam VR, which is a lot more. You got a lot more to play with than usual. And I had the game looking like trash. I had the game looking like trash. So I turned it up. And then it looked beautiful, but now I was playing at like 3 FPS. Which sucked. Right. No, I appreciate that, Jackson, man. I hear that. You do what you got to do, my man. You do what you got to do. Great. So I'm in here. And I think it looks okay for you guys. Let me know, but on here, it's interesting. It's definitely unplayable. Yeah, definitely. Oh, the ghosting fix is on, right? Yeah. Okay. What if I do uncut frame rate and maybe turn off the ghosting fix? No, I still get that issue. It's like everything's. I think it could be related to one of probably to rendering method, of which. Let me go back to the main menu just to play it safe. Change it and then come back. Because I think the main bad thing about doing it while on the move was that I was moving at quite some speed. So I guess that just put too much strain on the renderer. So that's probably why when I changed it in the menu earlier, it was just completely fine. Because it was just like a static image that it came back to. Right. So now, okay, it hasn't really done anything. Yeah, it's annoying. I don't know what it is. It's like something's. It's like something trying to stick the camera somewhere, but obviously as I'm moving around, it's causing that to break. If I use this one. No. Okay, we'll go back to native stereo. Reinitialize. It was amazing last time. The only thing was the quality. That was the only thing that was a bit of a mess. Where's my mouse? I've got like a small gap on my nose that I'm viewing things through. No. Let's not do that. Right, so if I turn this down a little bit to 100%, will it help? Yes. Yes, Hank. I'm still getting it. It's like, I can't explain. It's like the game's, I don't know. I'm going to try and load back in. But the core issue is still an issue, if that makes sense. I'm not expecting it to sort itself out. Goat Simulator in VR, that would be a trip. That would actually be a trip. After an hour of Goat Simulator, what would my sanity look like? I think it would be a mess. It would be a shadow of itself. Can't see the mouse, by the way, still. There we go. Cool. Yeah, it's a shame. I think if I could sort out this weird thing, then it would be fine, because everything looks really nice. And the frame rate, I can't really tell. How's the frame rate looking? Let's actually get moving. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. Right. I think I'm going to leave that there for VR. And just continue testing in my spare time. Don't know what time that's going to be. And just do things old school. See, I keep saying that I need to make more use of my headset. And I'm trying. I'm actively making an effort. How about that? Right. Let's reset everything. I need to free up a socket on my extension. What am I doing here? I don't quite know actually. Not what I should be doing, that's for sure. Oh no, it is. Just about. Quite hungry this morning. Right, let's get the game going then. Right, so we can turn off all the VR stuff. You can go, thank you very much. You can go, thank you very much. I'll leave you there. Also, with regards to timetables, so I've got the Birmingham one. That's always stuck out to me. We drove on it last week. There's also this one which is interesting to me. I did have a little think about this. Now, right, I'm gonna need that mod, whatever that is. Do not install cargo line branding patch. This causes a crash. The branded FCA will work without it. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for that and remove that then for the time being. I'm pretty sure I've got this mod. Don't think I've got this mod, but I'm not gonna drive any RHTT services. I don't think. Now, I don't think that will crash without it, as long as I don't do those services. Yeah, required for the functionality of the RHTT. So it doesn't necessarily say required for the timetable to work, basically. And this mod for the Pendolinos, which I have no problem doing. Do I have this mod? I should do. This is for TSW6 players, so we'll do that. I can potentially get you a bunch of immersive field content to watch if you want. My company has developed an immersive camera shooting a bunch of content, mostly landscape stuff from helis. Nice. I wouldn't say no. I guess it would be a cool experience. If it's a thing of like you want like feedback, I'd be more than happy to do that as well. More than happy to do that. I'm pretty sure I've got this. Pretty certain I've got this. But just in case I don't, I'll download it again. It won't hurt. And then you as well. So we'll just have everything all together. I don't know where this installs. Binaries Win64, okay. Is it engine or TS2 prototype? TS2 prototype. Binaries Win64. Throw it in here, I believe. Instruction, start the game, enjoy. Yeah. Press F8 and F12 to activate all tracks on map and invisible wall and out of bounds remover. Before you load the route, press F8 and F12. Okay. Noted. Being the Apple FC's development of their Vision Pro. Is that official? Is it official news now? It's kind of coming, but no worries, I'll be waiting in the DMs. A macaroni salad sounds great. I've never actually had a macaroni salad, but it sounds amazing. Of course it would. Right, open a new window, put you there, bring you here. Let's go downloads. Right. So what did it say? Don't get? It said don't do something. The cargo line thing. Cargo line, that was the one. They don't want me to do the cargo line stuff. Skip these files if they're already there. I hope I don't regret this. Put all of you guys there. Skip these files if they're already there. Then bring you here. Skip them files. And you. Which I believe I already have, but I'll get you again. Replace the files. Cool. And they said something cargo line pack. Where is it? Was it on this one or is it for the other one? Yes, uninstall cargo line branding patch. That was the one. So let's do by name. Look for C with no exclamation mark. Cargo line branding patch. Delete that for now. And we'll get it back later. Right. If by some miracle we've done every single thing correctly, we should be good to go. Ew, tomatoes. Ew. Ew. Right, F8 is an invisible wall, out of bounds, track buffer remover. You can use it on another map. You will leave the area. Just hit F8 and hit F8 again to turn it off. You keep it on running background spell to turn it off. Enabling hidden track for in-game map. ASR likes that one, right? All I need to concern myself with is the F8. I know, right? Same. And I'm already hungry as it is. I want to go for a coffee, but I think that's just out of habit. I don't actually feel like I need one. Cool, so now bring you guys a little closer to me. Or bring me a little closer to you, I guess. A little bit. How much is 2 stone in kilos? I've never known like the stone kilo things. Hello, Cora. How you doing? I don't know why we just, as like a world, can't just use one universal measurement for things. Well, I'm pretty sure there's a whole actual explanation for it, but I'll continue to be ignorant. Right, let me I don't know why that service crashed. What did I just download those for this one? 2019. Oh, fair enough. They've got a lot going on here. A lot of custom liveries. Not gonna question what's going on with that one. Freyna liveries are cool. They got a Caledonian Sleeper here. Mods are cool. Mods are very cool. I don't even know what to start with, to be completely honest with you. What should we start with? 12 kg? That's solid, mate. Congratulations. And how much was that? That 2 stone. 2 stone is 12 kg. Okay, I'll try and hold on to that maths. I want to go for this 354 of the Trans-Pennine Express livery. But then I do like these Northern liveries as well. Why do they look unbranded? Is that actually how it looks? Virgin Voyager would be cool. What's Monjaro again? I forgot. You told me this before. But I don't remember what it is. Wait, is it following me? Should do. Oh, yeah. It's a cheeky little hack. Honestly, sometimes, mate. Gotta do what you gotta do. Right, I think I said it's 8:30 serviced. Or maybe it's 8:01 service. Decently lengthy. And we should see, like, it should be busy, right? It should be busy. I'm just hoping everything works smoothly. It's a lot to ask for. A lot to ask for, I'll be honest. But I'm confident. I'm confident. Driving a TPE A02 coupled to an Avanti A05 run. Is that like a default formation, Cora? Is that one that you've created yourself? Okay, we've loaded in, which is good. It's still giving me notifications. I said I don't want your notifications, brother. Okay, they're off. So why am I still getting notifications? Is it somewhere here? With a lot of these mods, the trains sometimes have to be started from cold and dark. Don't think this is one of them. Everything sounds alive. Five. 77777. Accept. Thank you. What a coincidence, eh? My lights. Daylight. I think that's all we need. I think we're good. I think we are good. Devil consists custom formation. Okay. Right, I pressed the 8 cam and it's throwing me away somewhere. This is a really nice livery. I've never seen this before. Not the highest quality, but I think it's pretty cute. What interior does it use? Okay, LNWR. That's fine. But the blue, the LNWR seats ain't blue. Have they given like a custom interior? Screens aside. Looks like it. Oh damn, I forgot I was meant to press like F8. Is it too late for me to do that? Invisible's out of bounds truck buffer enabled, thank you. But now I've changed the destination, I think. Where are we initially going? Oh, Glasgow Central. Okay, it hasn't changed it. Right, locked doors. There's no passengers around. Which is a little bit concerning. Right, so all that's left really is to get going. And just hope that all is well. I think I'm going to use my controller for this one. I started off with a keyboard and mouse, but this isn't one of those pesky German trains that I need to worry about too much. I need to have one headphone out as well, before I forget. I do have a delivery coming. I'm hoping there's going to be a ton of traffic. I probably should have read more of the description. Actually, you know what? No, let's do that. Let's do that to find out exactly what sort of timetable we're looking at here. So it's 2019, set in 2019. It adds 1,363 total services, with 386 of those playable. So there should be tons of AI. I'm not going to go through every single detail here, but all the information that you would need is there. It is a Friday after all, Sammy. It's only right, mate. Something newish. I have tried to really use the month range feature to its best potential. So instead of having the same rail tours all year round and RHTT services on October to December, we now have a lot more variety. There's one unique rail tour for each month. Class 314 scrap runs can be found in August, RHTT in October, December, and LNER Tyne Valley diverts. You can reference the manual to check whether your service is due to be run, or alternatively, the service description will have it as well. Okay, that's it really. Nothing like super important to note. It is a little bit cursed driving modern trains on this route, but it is also quite cool at the same time. I wonder if I still need to pay attention to neutral sections. I actually don't know that. I don't know the answer to that. I guess we'll find out, because they're still neutral sections, right? It's like they're coded in into the map. I don't actually know that sound myself, Cora, so personally, I can't confirm nor deny whether I like the sound or not. I don't know if it exists on here, on the trains that we have here. Class 66, because of course. Oh, 2 Class 66s. You know what? I don't think I've ever seen that in reality. 2 66s hooked up to each other. I really do look forward to seeing what boundaries are pushed this year in terms of mods. 2025 brought us some incredible developments. I don't know why it keeps defaulting to that angle whenever I come out. Isn't this meant to be a 354? I don't actually know the specific differences between the variants. I'm pretty sure on the selection screen it said 350/4. Haven't really seen anything as of yet traffic related. We have just started, to be fair. I guess it would have been cool to have had something coming into the station as we were leaving. Also, I don't think this is set up. Oh no, it is. Isn't it meant to say the train number? or the head code, rather than just GSMR. There's another train I played with earlier. I think during a scenario it says I need to like double press the on button or something, and that would properly set it up. I don't know. All I know is it is pretty cool, and I am enjoying the fact that we're driving this on this route with a very cool livery to boot, and hopefully some exciting action to come. I think it would be very cool if we could get to a point where, with modded timetables, mod authors can have the ability to completely change the map and basically just like modernize it. So we basically end up with not just a route with different timetables from different eras, but the route, the environment itself would be completely different. So you would have the whole package of having a route and having the ability to drive it in the 80s or 90s or, you know, 2010s. I think that'd be very, very cool. And I'm sure someone's going to find a way. Someone's going to find a way. The thing is, with a game that's I don't know, I was going to say losing players, but I don't know if it is losing players. Because you have games that are bad that you can mod and make them like a pleasant experience, but people aren't doing that because, right, we do have a neutral section coming up. I do wonder how this is going to go. I'm gonna keep the power on, just see if it cuts. I'm expecting it to do so. I am expecting it to do so. But yeah, I was saying there are games out there. I'll give an example. The bus has modding to a point where someone's modded a horse. So someone's modded a horse into a bus sim, which is ludicrous, and it comes with sound effects and everything. Oh no, we're good. It comes with sound effects and everything. And I'm like, okay. So, I mean, I know modding is a thing, but I didn't know that you could actually mod basically vehicles. I'm going to turn my microphone down a touch, I think. Or shall I leave it? I guess I'll leave it and I'll listen back to it. And unless it's like bad, then obviously do let me know. But yeah, I think to myself, okay. So the modding capabilities are such that someone can mod a horse into the game. So therefore, people can also mod buses into the game. But I've never ever seen a bus mod. What that potentially means is someone being able to not only mod a bus into the game, but also give it appropriate sounds and physics, which is one of two main things that destroys the game, in my opinion, but also not just my opinion. So if the game was just such that it was good enough to have had a solid base of players, a bunch of those will be savvy enough to know how to do that and improve the game, thus potentially bringing in new players. Like with OMSI, if it was just down to the core devs to bring in new buses and new maps, bro, OMSI would have died the minute the devs, had their beef and went their way. But instead, it's still alive, still going strong, solid player base, and still has the crown 13 to 15 years since its release as the best in terms of realism and simulation, the best bus sim. And Subway Sim 2 I can tell you from now, suffers the same issue. Very, very lackluster. It's good. It has good features, but generally speaking, it's very lackluster. And it's a game that is not going to hold players. And there's not enough players right now to lift the game back up. I don't actually know where they are with modding. I think they want to bring it in. I don't know if they I don't know exactly how much progress has been made with regards to it, but I know they want to at least bring it in. But who's around to make use of that? It's a shame. Anyway, so far we've seen it's in a double-headed 66 formation. We've seen a Pendolino in the transition livery, which is just a white/grey one, and the Voyager in the Virgin Trains livery. That was cool. That was very cool. I'll be honest though, I was hoping to see a bit more. Like, I've taken a service at this time for that reason. It's usually busy time. However, I don't know if I should have the same expectation on these types of services that I would have for inner city services. Because those, are definitely, London's going to be very busy, for example, inner London during rush hour. You're going to see tons of trains. But let's say in terms of like London, as an example, London to Birmingham services, I would expect it to be. I mean, rush hour is rush hour, isn't it? There'd be an increase everywhere, unless you're in like a rural area, then you probably wouldn't see much of a change. Ton of yellows coming up. Assuming one's an approach. There we go. I prefer that alert was a little bit louder. Barely heard it. I am only wearing one headphone, but still. I do wonder how much the scenery has changed on here. The font on the speed limit sign seemed different. There are a couple of starters here and there. I'm not surprised there's more. I'm surprised that there's not more. Considering shaders are being catched again. Always happy when there's a quick response between the controller and the game for the alarms. It's been an ongoing issue for a while, and is another reason for why I sometimes prefer playing with a keyboard. I'll tell you what this little experience has opened my eyes to. We're still, very early on. But just slowing down, coming into Lancaster here. And it's very obvious how different the experience is driving this train compared to something like an 87 or an 86. It's a lot less drama, a lot less. It's just, it's a lot calmer. It's a lot calmer and peaceful. And I do find myself almost missing the challenge and drama of the older stock. Peace out, my man. Have a lovely rest of your Friday. Enjoy your evening. I know you will. And have a great weekend if I don't catch you tomorrow. Still unsure on whether I'll be streaming tomorrow still or not. I also wonder if the speed limits have changed much. They were pretty high as it was. Rest in peace to Zipcar, man. They held it down for a long time. Oh. Did we lose power? I guess I cut out for a moment. I'm pretty sure that didn't happen during the last neutral section though. Interesting. It'd be nice to have some. Oh wow! It would be nice to have some sort of cruise control. Set it and kick back. Oh, what have we got going on here then? West Coast Railways. They really went in, you know. They didn't actually have to include any of these. It is quite surreal just seeing these sitting here. Anything interesting over here? Not really. Oh. Over here? No. wonder if I can change the speed readout on third rails to miles per hour as opposed to kilometers. Another Pendolino. You know what? This is a good way to actually get mileage on different trains via these timetables. I wonder if there are any modded timetables that consist of older era stock. It's very often that you'll see like modern trains or a 2019 timetable. Usually it'll be a 2019 timetable on one of the older routes, but you don't really see it the other way around. I'm also surprised there was never one for Great Western Express, although when did modded timetables really start to become a thing? I actually don't know. I don't think that was always the case. I don't think that was always the case. What was the Canadian route called? Oakville. That one was okay. I think it would have been cool if it had been further developed. People do make trains. Like, there are trains that have been created as a mod. But they're very, very, very few and far in between. And I can't really speak on the level of detail in them because they're not any that I've tried out. But it does show that it's possible. And we have seen some incredible things, but like I said, I really hope this year we see an entirely new level when it comes to modding. That neutral section didn't cut our power. Not quite sure how it all works, to be honest. Yo, YTR Beds, welcome. How you doing? What livery have we got on this 66? DRS. Love to see it. That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. We are currently on the modded timetable that brings the 2019 timetable to West Coast Mainline, Preston to Carlisle, which initially is Just Trains' usual offering of, you know, BR Blue 80s setting. Currently in the 350 Trans-Pennine Express service, we've seen a fair amount of stock. It's been okay. I was hoping for more considering how much this timetable actually brings. We've seen a couple of Pendos in like just white/grey transition period livery, a Voyager in the Virgin Trains livery, and 2 freight services. First one is pretty cool, double header 66 formation. Beds, all in good time, my man. All in good time. Honestly, mate, I've played the games on Roblox, primarily British Rail, but I've also played a bit of SCR. And mate, British Rail, like for now, you know, like there'll come a time when you'll be able to jump onto TSW. British Rail is a great gap. Yes, overall, this game is better. Of course, it's, you know, it's more realistic, it has more features, the graphics are better, all of that stuff. However, I'll be honest, mate, this game has a ton of, you know, bugs and issues and features that aren't properly implemented and features that aren't implemented that probably should be. And there are several things that I've seen British Rail do better than this game. So honestly, mate, you know, could be better, yes, but ultimately it's not all doom and gloom. Hello, Simon. It's going to be like the 1987 timetable, so the AI will be at Carlisle, and particularly at Preston. Why, though? With 1,363 services, you know, taking a service at this time of the morning, surely there would be a little more to see, no? If it is, you know, accurate, then fair enough. Not that I ever even doubted the accuracy of this timetable, to be honest. I haven't got a clue, actually. I don't think it was clear in the description whether this is like a one-to-one scale working timetable. Can I do it here, though, Simon? I literally thought about you, literally a few minutes ago. And I was thinking back to our conversation the other day. I was thinking, you know what, this is a great stream for Simon, where I'm not dogged down by journey mode. There are loads of branches of Preston, small bit up there, same with Carlisle. Fair enough. I mean, I would have thought there would have been more just activity on the main line, given us, you know, early morning rush hour. Never been a hugely busy route, or no local stations, no local service. That's fair. That is true. Stations are very much far and few in between. I guess that makes sense then. Definitely makes sense. That's fair. Give it some time. Must just upset you. Yeah. I mean, you ain't really got to tell me why. I don't know. I was also thinking a little bit before you crossed my mind about how recently that was really loud. About how recently the PS5 been jailbroken, and I was just thinking about how listen, I've got no clue at all how all of that works and what a jailbroken PS5 can now do that it couldn't do before, and what its limitations are. But I was just thinking, hypothetically, what if it was possible to actually mod games on PS5, but just with a caveat that the PlayStation has to be jailbroken. South of Preston where it's busy. Okay. Well, I think this will be the only service we'll do on here. And then I think I might move to the fancy timetable on West Coast Main Line South. Haven't done that one in a very long time. Again, once again, I hope everything works fine there. I know jailbreak is not for everyone though. I jailbroke my PS3, but like way after its time, basically. I think it was during COVID, just after COVID. I think maybe 20. Yeah, no, during COVID. During COVID, it was all I really had. I didn't have like a proper PC at the time, and just playing the games on it, and I mean they were fine, but I wanted more, and so started looking into modding, jailbroke the PS3. But the thing is, at least with the PS3, and I'm pretty sure it's for all of them if I'm being honest, but I know for a fact it's with the PS3, the jailbreak that I did on it couldn't be reversed. And so I jailbroke it, had my fun with it, had a ton of games that honestly just didn't interest me on it. Didn't interest me in the slightest. And then like hacked on like GTA, Call of Duty, just hacking away. And then I just got kind of bored of it, and then I wanted to like have the normal experience, and I realized I can't have that, and so I was just sort of just stuck with it. And I just honestly, that was like the last time I touched my PlayStation. I don't even have it anymore. I got rid of it eventually. But this PS5 one though, that's come out recently, apparently is very OP. With a USB stick, yeah. So there was some software that I had to, and even getting that software and the whole method itself was a bit funky. But I believe there was something no, I actually don't remember now. Either it was a USB stick or I used the browser on the PlayStation, because I'm pretty sure there was something that I did with that. But it was a little bit of a convoluted and somewhat complex process, in all honesty. As someone who hasn't done that before, but is quite fluent in tech, it was, there was a lot going on. And I remember just like, my reaction was the equivalent of a sigh of relief, basically, when I had done it, and done it successfully. Maybe there was a way to undo it, I don't know. Either way, I had no interest in playing PS3. None at all. The only thing I should have done was get rid of the hard drive, and I didn't do that. Which is very silly of me. I even back then I knew better. I knew better than to leave the hard drive in it. Very disappointed. Don't think anyone's gonna get their hands on it and, muck around. I mean, there's not really much more they can do anyway, other than well, just log into my account. I didn't have any cards, like bank cards. I was way too young for that. Any DLC I did buy for my PS3 games were through gift cards. Yeah, gift cards. Man, something about that time, you know. I don't think I'd go back, given the option. I don't think I'd go back because I'm well aware of how everything else was in life. But I don't know, something about nostalgia, man. Something about it. What's that splash of orange? Is that... Those are sidings, I think, actually. I think a switch needs to be changed. Are those sidings? They're not TSRs. They're not stations. Oh, they could be, perhaps. They could be stations, actually. No, but why would there be two in close proximity? Guess we're gonna find out soon. I don't know how the game's as stable as it is. No idea. No idea. I also think, I don't know. I've been thinking recently about when I do like early access recordings and whether I should remove all of my mods. I think it's like it's a fair representation, right? If I play without mods, because in the moment that I'm releasing early access footage or streaming early access, I'm showcasing the DLC for people on all platforms, not just PC, and it would not be fair to have the game look better. And I can sit here all day and say, I'm running mods, by the way. I am running mods, put it in the title and everything. People would still not take note of it. I think it's only fair that I don't do that. And only on the day of release, I think, would I deem that acceptable for myself. Fell Limeworks to our right. Ah, nice. See, it's nice when I see something on the map. And yes, given time periods may not be synced up, but it's just nice to see something on the map and be like, oh, that's cool, and then take a look at it in the game. It's a complete opposite experience of like something like and I'm just talking about a route being done well. Because you got Calhoun Pass, for example, where a lot of the things that should be there just aren't. Oh, as in like the peak, the summit. Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before in a route. Like So what was the track monitor saying? That was basically like, what was it displaying exactly? Just landmarks. Manual list, loads of them. And you know what? That's why JT routes. If you go into exploring the manuals and their pre-release material, the blogs and such, if you're involved in all of that, and then you get to actually play in the route, I think you end up having an experience as opposed to just playing a DLC for TSW. It's almost like it kind of takes you there, right? It's a journey. It's like a well-structured and thought-out journey. And when you're finally on the route, you're instantly familiar with everything. You become almost part of the experience yourself. I don't know if that makes sense. So it's almost like VR in a way. Like you become like you're in the game. You're in the environment. The locations are all familiar to you. You know what that is. You know what that is. You know the history behind it. You know the story behind it. It's not just scenery. It's a track marker. Yeah, fair enough. That's quite cool though, man. I legit have not seen that elsewhere. The Bill showed me recently on Mittenwald Barn on the track map. Apparently, there's like some images. I guess are sort of landmarks. Again, very cool. Very, very cool. This game really, honestly, I keep seeing things that really highlight how deeper, how much cooler this game could be. Like, for example, with the dynamic weather, that's just one aspect of the game. The dynamic weather, as it is by default, looks so basic. So basic. My mind was a little bit blown when I installed this mod and saw the depths of dynamic weather, how much really it could be adjusted, what really could be done with it. And that's the game itself. Like it's only thanks to the likes of JT and TSG that it's been stretched a little bit and been able to see things beyond our imagination of what we thought TSW could achieve. Yeah, they had that feature, the exploration feature, back on Blackpool branches as well, which was very cool. Always cool to just see little details like that, man. And then even when you go into like the signal boxes, there'll be like little quirks, like the books, you know, I don't know, like a cup of coffee. It's not just bare bones. They haven't just put a signal box and made it enterable for the sake of it, just to say, oh, we've done that. What more do you want? You know, they've taken their time, they've put passion into it, they've put effort into it, you can tell. And again, it makes the experience an experience, not just a DLC. I honestly think we haven't even hit the surface. Even with everything we've seen, we have not hit the surface of what's achievable in this game, what this game could be on this engine, on the hardware it's made to run on. We haven't scratched the surface yet. More walkable areas. I mean, mate, Riviera Line comes out, the appeal of the Riviera Line are the seawalls. That's one of 2 points I'm about to make. Why would you block them off? Why would you block off the ability? Like who does it harm if a player is able to walk somewhere? Who does it actually harm? Be it an iconic landmark or elsewhere. How nice would it be to just walk around the town and just enjoy yourself a little bit? Who would it harm? Why put an invisible wall there? I don't understand. And then secondly, little bit off topic but still on topic, being the place of the famous Dawlish seawall and all those famous images of the waves go crash, splash, water everywhere. Why would you add like the wave splashes? You know? And we wouldn't have known that it was possible to do so if not for mods. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So much, my man, so much. And we've been, over the years, groomed to have our expectations set so low, so low. It's a shame, man. It's a shame. It's like the thing has strong, muscly legs. Let me put it this way: it's got strong and muscly legs, and we've been convinced that all it can do is crawl. That's what it feels like sometimes. It's got legs, and yet we've been convinced over the last 8 years, 9 years, that all it's capable of doing is crawling. And even that, barely. Barely. It can't crawl without toppling over. Wow. I'll tell you what. I don't know if I'm much of a beer enjoyer, Simon. And if not, I'm sorry, if you are, I do apologize. I don't know if I do actually. But you know what? As rank as this coffee tastes, it's better than any beer I've had. I've got beef with beer. Because it's so hyped up. And it just tastes like backside. It's not a popular opinion. Hello, Nabil. How you doing, bro? I was messing around with it at the beginning. Didn't get it to work the way I'd have liked to. And I am aware that it wasn't the original plan to have any VR involvement in the stream. And so I'm pretty sure people came for modded timetables. And thanks, man. Appreciate the breakdown. And so you know, I wanted to give the people what they came for, basically, and continue working on, you know, sorting that out in my own time. Very eerie with like no people, just completely dead, no passengers, no nothing. I'm using the track tools now, Nabil. It was required for one of these timetables, so I finally got it. I didn't know it gives all the posters and stuff. If I knew that, I would have got it. I'm not going to lie. It's been on my mind. Not all beers the same, Simon. That's what I've heard. That is what I've heard, to be fair. And anytime I've heard like, oh, you know, you should try this or you should try that, it's a beer that I've never had before. So to be fair, you know, there is that angle also. But, oh, man. It's been rough. Parked up on sidings. But parked up on sidings, it will be packed. What do you mean, boss? What's the context? If that was the trade-off, Simon, and, you know, touching on the conversation we literally just had, c'est pas possible. But if in a hypothetical realm where that was the trade-off, 101%, I'm taking that. 101%. If it meant that I could have, as an example, my personal one, like a proper London Underground timetable, I'm taking it. They are. Not enough for me to want them gone, if I'm being completely honest with you. But enough that I wouldn't feel like we've lost too much. If the train was parked up on sidings, impacted bus. Right. Okay, yes. And you know what? You're not even trying to like mock. I've seen that exact thing time and time again, genuinely, with a train on different routes, different areas, different developers. It's a core problem. The train that I'll be driving, completely empty, stations, ghost towns, and yet, yeah, you'll get to the end of the line or go past a depot or a siding where a train's parked up and it's packed. Yeah, you know what? Maybe, yeah, you know what? Maybe I do want them gone, honestly. If they're not going to fix them, maybe just get rid of them, man. Get rid of them and then bring them at a later date or something. I don't know. But they're in a terrible state as it stands. Yeah. Hopefully the people that seem to suffer virtual PTSD won't have anything to worry about anymore. These mods all come together really nicely, man. Not just the obvious ones that make an obvious impact, but, you know, like the view distance increase and better shadows and just general graphic improvements. It's just little things here and there that come together to make a generally very good experience. Yeah. I'm aware. Quite a few, actually, I think, of the older titles just don't have passengers at all, and they're completely fine. Now, of course, you do have to consider that they came out in the time period that they did, but nonetheless, I think the point stands. I don't think people were crying out for passengers back then. Omzi does have good passengers. Bro, Train Sim Classic has... When I say good, I mean they're fine. They do their job. They get on the train, they get off the train. They don't throw themselves onto the track. I completely forgot to install the AP Buchan line mod. Or add-on, whatever you want to call it. You did send it to me, isn't it? You did. Completely forgot about it. It's like, man, it's like hot piss. Sorry, that's really vile, but I mean that's literally it. That's what I'd imagine hot piss tasting like. Oh man, it's rough. I could just put sugar in it and fix everything, and maybe add a touch of milk, but then it won't be. I need the raw caffeine experience. Oh, bro. Listen, the complaining is not even... I don't even have an issue against them complaining, bro. It's that one guy that has a lot to say. Oh, my... Bro, maybe because you understand it's different for you. But my guy, as someone who's got no clue what the hell he's saying, he's reading me a book. And he makes you really feel bad. Like, bro, what you've done, maybe it was really bad. Like, maybe you are a bad driver, you know? Maybe you do suck. Like, it's just things I'll be thinking. When the other ones complain, it's okay. Like it's not that deep. But when that one brother opens his mouth, yeah, it's a long day, man. It's a long day. I completely agree, Simon. I completely agree, and I will counter my what I'll say before I even say it, by saying that they've had 8 years to do this. However, it's a lot computationally, I think, to do that. Now, could they code it in a really basic way and give the illusion that that's the case? I'm very sure they can. But if they were to actually do it like that, which would make for a brilliant experience, by the way, and even improve the conductor mode. Quite a lot. See, when you say, okay, you've used Transport Fever as an example. Now I'm quite intrigued. So with Transport Fever, how does that work? Because isn't that just like, how does that, how do you know for sure that that's the case? Yo, look, bro, I have never seen. Hello? Look at the detail. Now, I'm not going to question the rest of what's going on here, but just the assets themselves. Okay, fair enough. Say no more. Cheers for that traffic light in the middle of the road with no sideway. No, bro. Listen, put that as you're looking at your division skewed. You need to correct division, bro. The assets themselves are super good quality, very good quality for what they are. Bro, it's a train game. Why are traffic lights that well done? There were I think it was the Birmingham enhancement pack mod where it said to have the traffic lights you need to own this route, I think. And I was thinking to myself, okay. And I was thinking maybe it's just the traffic light themselves, the main lights, green, amber, red. Nah. Yo, they've gone in. They've really gone in. Because you can click on a passenger and it tells you. Okay. But is that like... But is that the illusion that I spoke of though? It's Transport Fever. There are tons of NPCs. How much computational power will it cost for each individual NPC that you see to really actually have their own schedule? I really doubt it. You can follow them to Transit. Really? Like it's like legit though. If you followed one for like a 24-hour period in game time, they'll go from A to B, and then when they're at B, the schedule changes, and you see them go from C to D. Really? And the game handles it fine? Okay. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. Okay, well, okay, fine. Well, well then that changes my sort of argument then. If that's the case, then there's no excuse for it not to be done here. Same for vehicles. I never knew that. That's actually sort of reeled me in a little bit into looking into Transport Fever. I mean, I think that's good enough. Like, for me personally, I think that's good enough, Simon. I think that's good enough. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if either of you have seen the conversation on the forum. Forgive me, I don't know exactly what topic it was. But it was the one where Mike Goltz was having the conversation with someone and basically trying to say, basically making the argument of how complicated the game is and how hard it is to run compared to like all the AAA titles and this and this and that and that and that. And he was like really doubling and tripling and quadrupling down on that point, even though I think the person that he was having the having the debate with was making some very good points. And sometimes when someone like Mike talks, there is some credibility to him. So you do kind of tend to take what he says with a little bit more than just a grain of salt. But I don't know, man. I'm starting to get less and less convinced of that particular argument, no matter who makes it. Yes, I don't doubt that having a busy timetable is a little tasking. Simulgraph is a little tasking. I don't doubt that in the slightest, but with modern hardware, you just need the right code. TSW is not the impossible game that No, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. Nabil, I think I. Again, I don't want to make empty promises. When does it drop? When does it drop? They aim is to get them to use or transport. No, but see, this is the thing. What kind of has interested me, as you guys have told me, informed me of that, is that now there's a bit more purpose of me being the government or the mayor or whatever the role is that you play in a game like that. It's a bit, and now it's like there's actual, okay, I'm not within logical boundaries. There's lives that you would now be in charge of, you know? It gives a bit more meaning to your duties, and that has interested me. That has interested me a lot. I've never given these sort of games two thoughts. Mid to late 2026. Okay. Huh. Okay. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I will at the very least look into it, try and understand the premise and kind of like how it works. But this is the most interested I've been in my entire life with regards to these games. Is City Skyline or Cities Skylines, I don't know, that one, is it like the same? City Skylines, thank you. Has the same sort of behavior, okay. It's possible, Nabil. It's possible. Bro, listen, from the time I played Minecraft, understand that I am very open. Very open. Wouldn't it be cool to see someone change trains? Absolutely. Absolutely. Or you know what, Simon? It's not even about like seeing it yourself, as cool as that would be. For me, just knowing in the back of my mind that the passengers I'm transporting, again, within logical boundaries of the game, are alive. You know? It gives my role a bit more purpose. Maybe I'll actually go for conductor mode now, you know, and feel like I'm actually checking people's tickets. That kind of thing. That's the effect that some of that realism and immersion can have on me, honestly. It can completely make my opinion take a 180, make a 180-degree turn. I think now we're going to go to West Coast Main Line South. Is there any particular run you guys would like to see there? Let me get the trains up. And you can see what's going on. Oh my god, I've got 4,000 services altogether to drive. I think it's the, OTS 2019. Right, so at the very bottom is an 87, just so you know. Or just to see God when the passenger behavior joined up. I'm more sophisticated. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, I've got a zero interest in God mode. Like, not even... It's like I wasn't even looking forward to it or anything. Like, I just don't care for it. However, if it was sophisticated, if it was a little bit advanced and had some depth to it, absolutely, I'd go for it. Absolutely. This is the OTS 2019 one, Nabil. The people you encounter in both should be connected. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, dispatching, we do have... It seems like it's coming, right? They'll tease something in one TSW iteration and then drop it in the next. It needs to be developed, though, man. It's not just bring it and then that's it. It needs to have some depth to it. Bring it properly. NMT? No problem. Why? What's the difference between the two? Full services. Right, they're both the same. 31, 33, 35. Yeah, they're exactly the same. Let's do the first one. Or should we do this one in an hour? It's an hour long. Let's do that one. What should we do for like Should we make it summer? Or like spring? Should we make it May? Oh my god, talking of that, I think I meant to turn it on before I start a run. Anyway, it says enabled, right? What does F12 do again? Hidden track. Oh yeah, don't care about that. Cool. So to set the train up, then we'll take a look outside. Very cool that they've been able to implement this, man. Very, very, very cool. Neither of them sound right. The headlamps and markers. I don't think there's anything else I need to do here. Got the fan turning away in there. There's the is this like, is it a camera or is it like an infrared or what? I'm not quite sure. But that's fully implemented. And the light on top, which I believe is not normal. Got the nameplate. They have really, they smashed it, man. They smashed it. It's just amazing, man. Honestly amazing. It's got a ScotRail interior. I think all the GWRs in game might have that actually because of my my mod for 5 Circle. Nabil, it was the one that I just did, the Preston to Carlisle one, 2019. It's OTS as well. If you scroll down to where it says dependencies and stuff, it's at the bottom and it says that it's required for some of the services that go off the map. So you can live without it. However, maybe you'll take a service and then crash into an invisible wall or get like a message or whatever. I'm not sure exactly how that process plays out. I see whatever would be measured would be on this screen, right? I don't think this is here by default on this train. There's a Virgin Trains Pendolino. What an error this was, eh? It wasn't a super long time ago, I know, but it was quite a while ago. I think there's 2 HSTs and just reverse formations, but they show that. I don't know, they like the start times and that were exactly the same. I didn't see the locations, but yeah, there's a lot of that anyway. Sometimes due to a bug in game, sometimes due to mods. Like due to a mod, when I go to Southeastern High Speed and click the 465, by default there's like 3. They've added like a nest from the Dutch route. There's 3 different trains for some reason that you can select. I'm sure there's a reason for that. And there's a mod that I've installed that makes it so there's only just one. Whether I lose services or not, I actually don't know. But yeah. What 66 was that? Oh, Freightliner, nice. I had 2 same services with the 465. So maybe it's they're different formations, Nabil. The coaches are full of equipment and engineers. Where like the windows are like blocked off, covered. You know what? I think when we get to Camden, is that where we're ending? It should be. Oh no, we're fully going into Euston. Okay. When we get to Euston, oh snap. When we get to Euston, after like the end screen, I'll go back to free roam and actually see if we can access anything and see if there's anything fun that's been included. Would be very cool, man. Would be very, very cool. Very fitting seeing the engineers there on the bridge. Well, one option to build, but by default it's 3. But I don't know how different the services are for those trains. Call the track workers there. Man, this should be implemented by default, man. It should be implemented by default. Just like basic things like that, you know. Just have people like it just adds to the ambiance. It honestly just really adds to the ambiance. All right, fair enough. Fly away. Put me to shame. I'll just be here measuring away. That was loud, by the way. How's my microphone today, Nabil? Is it worse? I've turned the volume up a little bit. Love to see the branding back on that train. It was painful seeing it unbranded. I think the interiors are just a default. I was saying that the cabins needs to have a measurement info that goes back into the train. Ah, right. So even that little screen on the bottom right there, is that just part of the HST's cab then? Oh, okay, Nabil. Okay, fair enough. So basically, that whatever it was that made that change that I installed, in a way, fixed the issue, fixed the game. Nice. So I guess I'll stop at Camden Junction, probably to allow priority trains through. Wait. This goes to that light at the top, right? Has this been modded in? HSD by default doesn't have that little knob at the top, does it? The light. This is actually making me look forward again to the Great Western Express. It may even be for the driver communicating with people in the back. Regardless, it looks cool. It looks fit in. And either way, it makes sense. Let's imagine this one. Yeah. What? A measurement train DLC? Like, make it official? You know what? I would really like to see things like that. Like duties on the railway that aren't just driving a passenger or freight train. Yeah, like measurement duties. You know, give us some more railhead treatment train duties. I'm sure there's more that they could implement. It's possible, I guess. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Could be the yeah, yeah. Something like this. Although it's survived so far, fine. So the only issue would be would Network Rail have an issue with it being sold? Snowplows would be so cool. The game is not ready for that. I'll tell you that much. The game is not ready to have that. It's very possible. It's very possible, absolutely. But the game would crumble, I think, should they try and implement something like that. But that is definitely one of the other duties that could be implemented, absolutely. Something very suspicious was going on with my game files, man. No doubt about it. Something very, very suspicious. What was that for? That couldn't have been vigilance. Exactly, Simon. Exactly. I'm sure they'd put it down, like, if they were to decline, they'd put it down to, like, security reasons or whatever. Which wouldn't convince me, in all honesty. I was saying, I was having a conversation, I think, with Cora yesterday, and I was saying, like, it would be so cool if TOCs worked with games like this, and we're excited to bring, you know, young people and older alike into, you know, closer to trains, to the world of trains, and increase the interest. Remember when they made the fuss about the new iAdapt with no way to tune it, no way to tweak it, so many people complaining about it to this day. It's fine bringing in things like that, but give people the possibility to tune it to their liking. And for some people, it actually, like, affected them negatively. Like, if they had, like, bad eyesight or issues with their eyes because of how bright it would be. Oh, Simon, same. Every time I see, like, what I was reading through a little bit earlier, when it was talking about it, I would think to myself, raw, like, I don't remember how to use this thing. I'd have no idea. I don't even know if, like, a scenario, if, like, the timetable services that contain it would even guide you through it. I think the scenarios do. How cool would it be to actually see them in operation, though? Like, we see them around here and there. I don't even know if you see them in default timetables, to be honest, but I've seen them around. It would be very cool if they were actually active. Oh, are you asking me, Nabil? I think we've seen enough, man. How many times, yeah? How many? Okay, I'll after this run, if that's okay. How many times has ASR defended something on Simra with his life just for like just for someone internally or a dev to say, yeah, we're gonna tweak that because it's not right. Bro, this guy was like, yeah, this is how it is in real life. I went to Discord, continued, just for a dev to say, actually, it's a little bit too much. We're gonna tweak it. What a guy, man. Legend. You do see them in timetables. Okay, good. They were almost the only other AI in the original crossover. Oh, so was that the original? Okay. Because I do remember seeing them in recent times. I know we've seen them this week. I'm pretty sure I've seen them last week as well. Okay, cool. Similar with Glosser. Played that like twice in my entire life. Even if the guy was going 110, my guy, the way it was moving in the video he sent, you're getting dashed. You're getting thrown off. That's not, bro. Bro, I haven't seen earthquakes that violent. Like at some point, I don't mind defending something, but with sense, you know, with sense, not just defending it for the sake of defending it. That's glazing. That's glazing, but that's beyond like regular glazing. You don't have to do that. If something's bad, it's bad, man. Look how we've been speaking about SES and their games recently. And we love playing both, but facts are facts. They're not in most modern UK timetable. It's a shame. They should be, even with the caveat that they'd only be seen in autumn months. It still should be, man. I didn't actually know, by the way, how bad the default timetable on here was. As in how many services are missing. I only read about it recently on the forum. And I was just thinking to myself, you know what? Here's another instance of me being glad that I didn't know something. And why would they implement such a bad, not such a bad timetable per se, but a timetable that's missing so much as a core route? I mean, I think we know the reason. It's so that it ran on PS4 as well as everything else. But still, man. Still. Nice blue skies today. Fridays always bring blue skies. Oh, they are. Sorry. Fair enough. I haven't seen them around prior to like this week, which is why I was convinced in my memory that it was a mod. I haven't seen them in a long time. Long time. Regardless, would be nice for them to actually be operational as we see them. It's quite meaningless when you see them and they're just driving. Fair dues to DTG, by the way, like going off, you know, their usual selves and how things are usually done. That is a step above. Shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. Well, speaking relative. Honestly, Nabil, like I said yesterday, if I'm happy to come back to Simrail, I'll buy it. Just so I can have it accessible and available, you know? Give us a bit of variety. And I think people would like to see it as well, for sure. Nine Avanti service is an hour IRL. And what do we have in game? Like 3, I think? 2 or 3? I think they're missing all the half-past services. Are definitely all missing according to what the person said. And I guess a lot more in between. Remember in Manchester Airport commuter there was the issue where if 2 trains went side by side they would knock each other off. Oh, the server split was painful, man. Oh, I really hated that. Really, really hated that. Oh yes, golden beauty, you absolute gorgeous beauty. No, they won't in the build, man. They won't. I mean, look, I don't know. I don't know what's real, what's not. You know, what's truth, what's speculation. But given what ASR was saying last time about it, it did seem like they had really, really bolstered their servers. So I'm not expecting that nonsense again, man. And you would expect them to have learnt from that, surely, surely. I don't think the Voyager is here. Would it have been here in reality, Simon? I haven't seen one, and anytime I've run this timetable, I haven't seen one, and I don't know if I recall seeing it or not in the in the train selection screen. It would. Okay. Okay. I'll take a look at the I'll take a look at the train selection screen again. I wouldn't mind doing another run on here. Maybe with the Lioness line. Do a Lioness line run, which I've never ever done ever on here. So I'm looking forward to that. And then maybe after that, a Bakerloo line run. I don't know if there's going to be time, though. I'm doing all this talking. It's 1:30. We've got about an hour to go. Cosplay will come in 8 months. That's so disappointing, man. They've got the audacity to have mentioned that. Knowing the reality with regards to it. Unbelievable, man. Nabil, have you checked the announcements channel in social markets Discord? Mad thing. Mad thing. We're approaching this way faster than I thought we were. What do you mean question mark? Have you seen the announcements channel in social markets Discord? Unless you're not in it anymore. But as far as I know, you had joined it, right? No, the thing that was posted today. The last picture posted, that was posted just now. I believe the announcements channel is open to everyone, so you should have proper access to it. That's interesting. Basically, they're testing something out. And in 12 hours, the guy that's doing the testing he started with £14 and he's now sitting on 400. And he's been updating it as time went on from the first time that he was using it. £14 to £417 in 12 hours. I like the weathering as well. Weathering on trains really does give them a sense of purpose. Sorry, Simon, I completely missed your set of messages. Only replaced recently by the 805s. Probably this model made before the Voyager's out and they haven't added it yet. Probably, but I'm pretty certain it's been updated since then. And I don't know whether it's a release and that's it, we're done with it kind of thing, or not. A lot of Freightliner liveries, which makes sense because that's all there really is on 66s. All I've seen in the London area is a bunch of GBRF and Freightliner, then EWS, then Colas. That's really it. Don't think I've ever seen a DRS livery. Nah. What is your TikTok feed, boss? Still waiting on my package. Royal Mail is usually quite good with timing. I keep wondering if they've like dropped it off, but it's not something you just drop at the door and leave. Funny coincidence though, isn't it? It's always a funny coincidence. Hey, in the bill, look. To area, bro. We're in your area. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I don't have the you reminded me, I need to get them up. Okay, they're working. Listen, you're a sound alerts manager. Go and replay it. Because if I don't play it, I won't hear it. Sorry, if I don't have it open, I won't hear it. You don't need to refund yourself, bro. Just go on sound alerts and replay it. You got the power. What the hell did I get stuck on? God damn it. Ruined my shot. Do your thing, my man. Whatever you see fit. How good are the custom scenarios? I feel like there's a lot of potential with them depending on how much freedom people have when creating them. I think I'm going to have a look at the one Kardar pointed me to the other day. Maybe dedicate a whole stream to it. I think it's 3 hours, right? Between the 3 scenarios. Hello again, Jackson. It was okay, mate. Still needs testing. Still needs testing. Which I'll tend to in my free time. Why hydrate, bro? I need to use the bathroom. That was all the water I had left. It's important to keep my brain running. I just had like an overload of caffeine. My brain is running, trust me. But I appreciate the gesture. Health is wealth. Good to see you taking it on board. He's in a bunch of 378s on here. It's cool. It's cool seeing them alongside the 710s. And the Bakerloo line trains, I guess. You've got 3 different trains all running on the same track. Brady's overclocked. It does feel like that. That's actually a pretty good way to put it. Wembley. The frame rate is dropping the closer we're getting to Houston. It's going to be very interesting seeing how things are when we're there. Oh my god. I don't think this is the shade. When shaders are caching, it's stuttering, isn't it? Not low frame rate. I don't think this is a shaders thing. That's very poetic, Nabil. That's very poetic, man. Shout out to you. Not today, Jackson, no. I need to prepare for work. Got an interesting weekend, man. Working night shift. Then I need to be somewhere for 10:30 a.m. Then whether I make it back for 2 p.m. stream or not, I don't know, and I don't think I will. Then tomorrow, night shift again. But then I don't sleep until Sunday night. Are you heading off, Jackson? Often playing games like Grand Theft Auto 5. I wonder why it sticks to that. It's latched on to Grand Theft Auto 5, although I haven't played that in like 2 years. Oh, it's fairly accurate, I guess, other than that. Glad it's not anything diabolical. Alright, Jackson, take care of yourself, my man. If I don't see you again until next week, have a great weekend, my man. Thank you for your presence this week. Stay safe. And I'll see you again soon, man. Right, that's shaders. I would hope. Running this a second time is going to determine truly whether this route is just cooked or not. Grok told me to contact me via email for what? What did you say to it? I wonder how often you see the HST, this one running as like a timetable service. But yeah, I got the mod back for this train, the sound mod. It actually sounds like a Bakerloo line train now. They've nailed down the UK vibe, man. There shouldn't really be something. Wow, there's an invisible ceiling. Shouldn't really be something to like applaud, but here we are. For content requests and similar. Cool, actually. I mean, I can partially agree in terms of like the run itself, Nabil. Although if you're using your imagination, not so much. But I think you see a lot going on around you, which is fun. Like you're on a live railway, if that makes sense. Whoa. I returned the camera myself to the perfect position. Don't ever mention that route to me again, boss. Absolutely no need for it. Yeah, man, because that was my main problem with it. That was my main problem with it, that it didn't have TOD4. Yeah, alright, bro. Pay me. Pay me and I'll do it. I really need the loot now. It hits me all at once. I don't know why. This looks very natural. Please wait a moment. Is that 15 minutes? Yeah, right. You're joking, right? You gotta be kidding me. No way. Imagine if crash logs were helpful, you know? Imagine if they were helpful. What, crashing after running a service? I'm going to spawn at Euston and just see. I wonder if it's something around Euston that caused the crash. Yeah, but that's the thing. You wouldn't have the possibility wouldn't even be there in the first place. So on the one hand, you're somewhat safe. Oh, you mean even in terms of like diagnosis? Yeah, it's a myth on console as well. Those are very interesting. Start at Euston with 378 or 710. 710. Say less. Maybe I was thinking of sending it to you, but then I didn't, and I was gone. Just the reels they put up sometimes.
New train destination, train to Houston. TPWS and AWS operational.
We're meant to be starting at Euston. I completely forgot. That's all good. We'll find out what exactly caused the crash. The one with the guy who's up. Well, in this one, he was. Well, there was a guy driving playing a Euro truck with a yoke, and using the Airbus joystick to change gears. And then he was on Flight Sim, flying a Formula One car. I've never ran this route ever, this particular line.
The next station is Watford High Street, our final stop.
Oh, the suffragette. Yeah. Top quality route, that is. These guys don't want to get off now.
This is the train to Euston. Next station, Watford High Street.
Quality announcements. You think so, Simon? What makes it the best? What makes it the best overground route? There's a new livery for the 378 IRL. Really? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet. .378 front was orange. It would look more modern. Because you get to see Menashe's whizzing by. Okay, from a driving perspective, yeah. From a driving perspective. I mean, they exist on the Mildmay line as well, but just a little bit obscured. Why doesn't Game Tools fulfill collectibles? Seems like an oversight. If it even took that, Nabil, I don't even think that was necessary.
This is the train to Euston.
Very weird seeing this virtually. Bless me. Oh, they've got rid of all the... Were there never any adverts? Oh, god damn it. Thank you, mate. Yeah, it's very well done. It's very, very well done. Always nice to see something like that made with effort, you know, and attention to detail. This is all completely brand new to me. Why this wasn't part of the journey mode, I'll never know. Ah, yes, of course, because it's a layer. The speed limit changes within the station parameters. Oh no, it's just before. Hello, Sammy. Weekend ready, love it. Love to see it. Would be amazing if you updated it, man. Honestly, oh, I don't know why he seemed to stop. To be honest, I don't know how much work it was, but it's a shame, man. I hope he hasn't seen the other one and then thought to himself, you know, it's not necessary. Lioness line, Sammy. Watford Junction to Euston. Oh, you used to live in Bushy. What's it like there? I've heard of it so much, but I've never actually ever been there. Yo, RTX. Oh, maybe not. I was under the assumption Watford in general was nice. I was wrong, apparently. Really? I got family there, but they live in a pretty decent area in that case. Oh, this is part of the West Coast Main Line South route, Sammy. This is the West Coast Main Line South. Thank you, Nabil. I'll consider sending it to Harry, but I can't make any promises, boss. You're sure she'll forward it? Yeah, me too. Yeah, sure, me too. Area on the park and Watford North Station is nice. Well, there's a big forest near where they live, Sammy. Is that the park you talk of? Yeah, shopping center is yeah. I've been there. Just like the shopping center area. Grim is yeah. I think Grim is fair. Just a generic UK high street space, really. Haven't played it much, yeah. There's a fair bit of fun to be had. You got a Bakerloo line, or a portion of the Bakerloo line that runs. You got the entire Lioness run. You got Euston to Watford Junction with the 377s. I'll get onto them, Simon. I'll get onto that. Are you talking of the Cross City timetable? Because I do have a timetable. I do have a 2019 timetable mod for that route. Whether it features the Voyager or not, though, I couldn't tell you. Castleberry Park. I don't remember the name of it. I just remember there was a big forest, and then there was a park like attached to it, and then somewhere in the park there's like a train that you can ride, like a miniature train. Great park though. Yeah, you did say Birmingham to Crewe, Simon. My apologies. Oh no. No. The adverts made me sad. Didn't want to see that. Look at the little details. Graffiti here. Oh no. Grand Tour. No. You know I still haven't watched this one. And I don't think I ever will. I can't. Like I should. I can't. I can't. To officially wrap it up. Nah. Yeah, basically anytime I see Birmingham, Simon, instantly all I can think of is Birmingham Cross City. Instantly.
This is the train to Euston.
Did I watch Gran Turismo? The movie? No. Really, Sammy? It's better that we end the conversation there. Top Gear really fueled my my love for cars, man. Played a huge role. Huge role.
Next station,
Every Sunday on TV. Every Sunday. And then whenever I could catch it on Dave. I don't even know if that TV channel is still around. Dave was good for Top Gear, man. They did me a solid. It's a movie about me.
This is the train to Euston.
Passion for sim racing, never been a race sim. So, oh yeah. There's a few stories like that, you know. Yeah. I always wonder what if, like, my parents had a bit more money and took my love for racing a bit more seriously, where life would have taken me, man.
This is the train to Euston.
His car stuff is great, more his politics, and also working in the film industry. You know, this creep and super difficult to work with. You know what it is? Actually, no. Let me not even say that's going to be controversial. Too controversial. There's a single playable Pendolino service on Cross City as an ECS takes about 10 minutes. Would you rather that or the Voyager run? With the Voyager run potentially, I don't know how long it is, potentially not being completable. I don't even know how long we've got here. I've never done this run, so I don't know how far away we are. When are we due into Euston? Because this could be like the last thing we do, you know. 9:07, which is in half an hour. I'm not even gonna get to finish this run. I have to leave that one for sometime next week, either a request a route stream or a modded timetable one. Isn't that how Jimmy Broadbent was actual racing? Yeah. I've been following him for years, man. So proud of that guy. So proud of him. It's unbelievable what he's achieved from being a little nerd in a shed. Great to see you though, man, honestly.
Oil change, please.
Only thing I dislike about the tube line, the Bakerloo line mod, sound mod, is that it was recorded in, it's tunnel recordings, and so it always sounds a bit funky when you're above ground. But honestly, I'd rather that than the default sounds.
This is the train to Euston.
I still cannot believe they got these details on point. Thank you, Nabil, for the poster check. Lowe's and Birmingham to crew, a good chance to get up to 125 miles per hour. And the only chance to do 125 on a Voyager and TSW. Definitely worth looking at though. Please do recommend it. Request it during that stream next week. Visually standard, Sammy, although I am using like graphic enhancement mods, but the audio is modded, so you know it actually sounds like a tube train now. Health is wealth indeed, Nabil, of course. Can't forget it. Can't forget it, boss. using a sign? Can't tell. No, no, it's all CWR, isn't it, over here? So.
This
All right,
is
bro.
the train to Euston. Next station, South Kent.
I'm so happy we don't have to worry about load orders in TSW like we do in the truck sims. What a pain in the backside that would be. I'm good, bro. I need the bathroom again, but apart from that, feeling good.
Next station, South Kent.
Gonna wrap this one in 10 minutes, I think. Pardon me. There should be a mod manager filter where you can set your own presets for how to sort mods by category.
This is the train
For example,
to
maps and button
Euston.
configure list going up. You get applied in your
Next
order.
station, North Wales.
What, for the truck sims? That would be great, man. Yeah, automate it a little bit. Oh, absolutely, Simon. I think a lot of the stations along here. Nothing like seeing one of these trains just fly by. It's amazing. The craziest for me was the Eurostar. That was completely different from here. But the Eurostar at Ashford, waiting on the for where the high speed, where the Javelin stops at on the way to London. And oh, the sound, man, the sound and the drama, incredible. South Kenton in particular is an island platform, so the view of the main line is unobstructed. Ah, right.
This is the
That makes
train to
sense.
Euston.
I wonder why it's unobstructed. Was it not? I didn't even pay attention to it. Was it not like a, at least something? Like this would be good as well, right? How did I glitch in here? I'm glad they paid attention to these screens.
This is the train to Euston. Next station, Wembley Central. Change here for National Rail Services.
For voidership. Defense is in the way. So it's completely unobstructed there.
Next station,
How is that safe?
Wembley Central.
You know what? I think I just need to go and see it again. So I can actually have the right image in my head.
Wembley Central. This is the train to Euston. This is the train to Euston. Next station, Stonebridge Park.
Shows the power difference between this and the tube train. The tube train cannot get up here at full power. Not even close. God damn it. See you later, bro.
This is the train to Euston. Next station, Harleston. Exit. Central Medicine Centre.
Used to be 313s on this very surface, the overground. I think I'm gonna end it here at Halsden. Did not mean to do that. Really need to piss again. Very nice seeing everything TOD4, I'm not gonna lie.
Harleston. This is the train to Euston.
What was it before it was overground? Oh, gonna call it there, peeps. I think it's been a decent one today. How my camera survived, I don't know, because my phone wasn't charging. Silver Link. I feel like I've heard of them, but then I also feel like I haven't, and I'm making it up. I won't lie, I haven't had one in time, Sammy. It's been, I don't know, whenever the last time I told you was, that was the last time I had one, honestly. But I'm gonna leave it there, boys. I'll see about tomorrow's stream whether there will be one or not. But for now, it's a bit in the air. But yeah, thank you very much for being a part of today's stream. Appreciate you. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, then I hope you have a lovely weekend. Get some rest, chill, enjoy it, and then I'll catch up with you guys whenever. Till then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay safe. Health is wealth. Until the next one, peace out.